Modi order in the headlines. More than 1,000 people have expressed their opposition to the government's proposed deal with Sky City. The deal would give Sky City more poker machines in return for building a convention centre. Labour leader David Shearer says submissions are still pouring into his party's website named Show Us Your Cards, John. Boxes of the submissions have been tabled in Parliament and delivered to John Key's office. Meanwhile, Māori Party MP Te Ururo Flavel's gambling amendment bill is expected to pass its first reading in Parliament tomorrow. Mr Flavel told New Zealand's Rema that he expects cross-party support that will enable robust discussions around the issue.
I hope with passing on the first reading, with the support of the National Party, and generally I think across the House, from all of the speeches thus far, it's been that everybody's behind the general intent and allowing it to get first reading, get some submissions in from the community and see what happens from there.
An inquiry has been launched into the leaking of Cabinet papers regarding the restructuring of the Foreign Affairs Ministry. It's to be headed by former Commerce Commission head Paula Rebstock, who will investigate how revised restructuring plans made it into the hands of Labour MP Phil Goff. Road Safety Week is everyone's concern. That's the message from charity group Break for their first Road Safety Week campaign. Break Chief Executive Mary Williams told New Zealand's Rema that the country needs a zero tolerance to road fatalities.
Anyone who'd had any kind of bereavement in their family as a result of a road crash, they would say that not one death, not one serious injury is worth it. It's an outrage that we can have motor vehicles killing innocent people through the simplest of bad behaviours.
The Māori Party is against the contraceptive proposal in the government's welfare reforms. $1 million is to be set aside for the next 4 years to provide long-term reversible contraception to all women on a benefit and their 16 to 19-year-old daughters. Māori Party co-leader Tariana Turia isn't a fan of the move.
Well, I think it's insulting to tell anybody about how many tamariki that they should have.
However, Family First says the government's plan of contraception to beneficiaries is the opposite of welfare bashing. Director Bob McCoskrie told New Zealand's Rema that this is a proactive move to prevent beneficiary dependency.
It's got to be a logical, I think a common sense approach. We don't want to lock teens into long-term welfare dependency.
Prince Harry has received an award in Washington for his humanitarian work with war veterans. He's been recognised for his involvement with charities working to support injured servicemen and women. And New Zealand's been named the 4th best country in the world to be a mother. A Save the Children study which compared conditions for mothers in 165 countries found Norway the best place in the world to be a mother and Niger the worst. The study took into account factors such as health, education and economic status. That's it from me from the Rema newsroom. Remember, you can catch our hourly headlines on Shine TV from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. from Monday to Friday. Nō hora mai.